morning, guys. Happy Aloha Friday. We're on the road, headed into work a little early today. Had a good day off yesterday. Got my Lexus over to Kaleo to get detailed. I believe he finished that up late last night, and it is looking good. Just got a couple small things that I got to do on it, and that's going to get posted up for sale here very soon. Besides that, spent a little bit of time with Britt and baked some good bread yesterday. Getting a little bit better on that sourdough journey. So made another decent loaf yesterday. Did actually screw up my mixture, so I'm glad it came out good anyway. But we're on the road early because our customer from Wednesday that we dealt with, that was off of that Landward mailer, we did end up getting her approved on a retired service loaner escape. That's pretty close to her current payment. She was really hoping for some payment reduction, but unfortunately that wasn't in the cards. But now we're going from a 100,000 mile Venza that I believe is a 2014, if I remember correctly. I believe it was a 2014 Venza, to a 2025 Escape that's got like 3,000 or 4,000 miles on it. So quite a bit of an upgrade in terms of mileage, warranty, and just expected reliability, right, on that new vehicle. And it's right about her same payment that she's paying right now. Of course, I get it, guys. Everybody wants a lower payment. I want a lower payment. My monthly payment, I think, is $570 something like that on this Mach-E that we're in. Yeah, I wish my monthly payment was $300 too. It's just not realistic. These cars are too expensive for that to be a reality nowadays. So unfortunately, everybody's budgets have to stretch if they want to keep newer vehicles in their life, or if they need to finance their vehicles. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I don't make the prices of the vehicles. I just do my best to try and make them fit you guys' budgets as best as possible. But we're headed in early. We have an appointment set up with her about 9:30, 10 o'clock for her to take a look at that vehicle. She didn't have a chance to look at it because we were planning to go a little different direction. Unfortunately, that other direction didn't work, and we couldn't get the payment low enough for it to work out for her. But she's going to come in and take a look at this Escape, and hopefully we can close out that deal today, and that would get our numbers for the month at 9.5. We just got to chase one more and hopefully get over 10. I do have an appointment tomorrow on a Super Duty, which is the one that you saw us bring up on Wednesday. Have that stashed over at the lot. Have another one in Glacier Gray that's also over there that customer is interested in, one or the other. Both awesome colors, Avalanche and Glacier Gray. Can't go wrong either way. Obviously that Glacier Gray itself is a pretty expensive optional color. But yeah, hopefully that pans out for tomorrow as well. I would assume it would, because we're doing plan pricing on that one. Already got the okay. Customer has an X-Plan pin, so we'll do X-Plan pricing for them, which is pretty cut and dry. It is what it is. Now, besides that little off-topic subject, but something that's been heavy on my mind lately, and more of a personal note, something that's been on my mind. So I've been talking about for a little bit here, thinning out my fleet of vehicles. Like we just talked about a second ago, my Lexus will be up for sale soon. Once that is sold and off to its new home, then I'll start focusing on getting my CTSV back up and running and everything good on that. That bad boy, sorry, lighting got bad. We're in the Toronto tunnel. That bad boy needs a new headliner put in it after a moonroof leak, so I do need to get a headliner ordered for it. I also need to replace the rear shocks on it, which it is a V, so it has the MR shocks. They are not cheap. They are aftermarket right now, the rears are about $350 a shock, something like that. But since the car's tore all apart right now, the interior's out of it in order to remove the headliner, now is the perfect time to replace the rear shocks on it, because you literally have to tear the whole trunk out of it in order to replace rear shocks on a CTS wagon, not specific to the V, any of the sport wagons. It's quite a bear. So gotta do that. Car needs to get retuned. Never had the car tuned since I put the ported supercharger on it. Other than that, just some small stuff to button up, and I'm gonna work on selling that as well. It shouldn't take too long. I have a couple people that are pretty interested in potentially buying it. It does have its issues. It has a little bit of rust on it, stuff like that, but that'll be next, and hopefully we have that bad boy gone by, I don't know, I won't say the end of the year. It'll probably take longer than that. I'd say probably maybe February or so, February or March. If we can get that gone by then, that would be awesome. And then that leads me off to what is next. Obviously nothing needs to be next. That's the simple answer. Nothing. Sell all the cars, narrow it down. I have my Monkey, Britt has her Maverick. That's plenty. We have reliable transportation for the two of us. But reality is I'm stupid. And I can't leave anything alone. So two facts about me right there. One, I'm stupid. Two, can't leave anything alone. The Lexus itself is a miracle, to be honest. The only reason the Lexus is stocked is because working at my previous job, I didn't have the disposable income to do what I wanted to do with that car. Trust and believe, if I did, that car would not be as stock as it is now. That car would be on air suspension. That car would have wheels on it for sure, and probably a sound system done in it, and that would be more of a show car. It would probably be repainted too. Well, that's neither here nor there, but those are two big major facts right off the bat. I'm stupid. I can't leave anything alone. So that leads me to what I've been thinking about next coming up. So big on my mind lately has been a motorcycle. So I have had a Harley in the past. I had a Iron 883, pretty small bike. That was my first bike. I got rid of it right around COVID time. Really awesome bike. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, that is a small bike for me. That was my first bike, and that's why I went with something a little smaller. It was easier for me to manage. Had a lot of fun with it. Did modify it a little bit. Didn't go as crazy as I wanted to. Initially, I had definitely planned to do a big bore kit and all of that on it, which I didn't. And I didn't because I found myself not riding it a lot. And one of the biggest reasons I didn't ride it a lot was because it just wasn't that comfortable for me. Too small of a bike. Suspension system was not designed for a big boy like me, for sure. And it just wasn't a comfortable bike to ride for long distances. So even on my commute, I owned that bike while I worked here at Windward Ford, and I did for a while after I moved on to working at 4-wheel parts. The ride to 4-wheel parts wasn't bad. That was a pretty short ride. It was comfortable enough to make that ride. But definitely when I was coming out here to Windward, by the time I would make the 50-minute or so ride to work or back home, I'd be numb. Even with an aftermarket seat, the aftermarket seat helped a lot. Suspension was just being my backup. I upgraded that as well. I ended up upgrading that to the rear air suspension off of, I want to say it was an Electric Glide at the time, but I could be wrong. It's been several years since I had that bike, and that did help a lot. It made it a lot more comfortable to ride, but it was its own kind of bear of a problem to deal with the air suspension on that. So ended up getting rid of that, but now I'm thinking about another bike. So stay tuned. That might be something you guys will see as a little side series sometime in the future. We're not talking soon. Definitely not talking soon. The other two toys will have to be gone before I bring another one in. But maybe early part of next year, we might be on the hunt for a bike. And currently I have 3 front runners that are kind of on my mind. 2 of them are Harleys. Obviously, like I said, I had a Harley before. One of those is the redesigned Road Glide, since they redid the Road Glide and all the touring line. They did all the touring bikes up, refreshed them all last year, 2024. So possibly a 24, 25 Road Glide. Also kind of looking at the Lowrider ST. I think the Lowrider ST would be a more fun bike for me to ride every day, but I do think on the occasions where Britt might want to go for a ride with me, which obviously she couldn't do on the Sportster, but she has said she wouldn't mind getting on the bike with me. If we were to do that, I don't know if the ST would be solid on suspension. I'm a big boy, 350 pounds, so iffy on that one. Road Glide would probably be better. Also look at the Indian Challenger. So some food for thought, something that's been pretty heavy on my mind lately. Don't know why. Haven't had a bike for several years. Haven't really wanted a bike for several years, but lately, for whatever reason, the itch is real, and I want another bike. And I'm gonna mess with it. So there will be mods and stuff that'll be done with that as well. Who knows how far I'll go. I'm sure I'm gonna do performance stuff to it. I would love to do a big bore kit on one of those. I think I haven't looked too much into the Indians. I do know they have big bore kits for those as well, but I know on the Harley side, both of the bikes I mentioned are 117s. You can put 132 kits on them, 131s. Something like that would be nice. Pipes, of course, intake, all the supporting stuff that goes with it. But food for thought, that's been on my mind. So if anybody's got any input, if you guys have ever ridden any of those newer bikes and you have an opinion on what you think might be a good next bike for me, comment down below. Let me see what you think. We're coming down the pulley now. We're getting pretty close to the store. I'm gonna get tucked in there here real quick. I need to find that escape for that appointment, try and get that prepped and ready, so hopefully we can go into our meeting for a little bit at least before this customer comes. But that's how we're starting off the day today. We're here, it's Friday. We're gonna make some stuff happen or keep this ball rolling. I think we should be able to get to at least 13 for the month. I'm just trying to chase it down now. We'll see you guys in a little bit. What's up, guys? We are over at our Hamakua storage lot. Sorry, AC blowing. It is hot. So, little update on it. Had my 10 o'clock appointment come in. That was on our Escape, which, like I said, was our retired service loaner Escape. I have to hop up. I can't reach that mirror. Retired service loaner Escape. Took a drive in it. Fortunately, I had a couple of issues, but was really close to where her target budget was. But she really kind of had it in her heart that she wanted a Bronco Sport. We found another 2025 Bronco Sport that was a little bit more expensive than the original one that she had looked at. But the original one sold yesterday, unfortunately. So moved over to that. Went back to the grindstone on getting her approved. Did get her approved, but at a really high payment compared to what she was making now, like $150 a month more, which wasn't feasible. Couldn't get that in her budget, of course. Don't blame her. That's a huge jump. But fortunately, Ford came out with some special financing programs today, We got her approved on it. Did need a little money out of her pocket. Couldn't go zero down like she wanted, unfortunately. But that's just how it is sometimes, guys. Unless you have really good credit, you're gonna have to put some sort of money down because the bank wants to make sure you're invested. But got her on this Bronco Sport right here, and she's gonna take delivery about 4 o'clock. So we're gonna get it unburied here real quick, get it back to the shop, detailed up and ready to go for her. One more down, we're gonna keep it pumping. Morning, guys. Sunday morning. We're on a roll, headed to the store. I've got Paisley with me today because unfortunately my dad is sick.
Teddy and towel too.
Yes, and Paisley has Teddy and her towel. Her two have-to-haves in life.
And I have my new shirt.
Well, and she has a Huntrix shirt on because she is obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, like I'm sure all of your kids are too. Unbelievable. I've heard Golden so many times in the last month. It's out of control. But we're on our way to the store. Well, I started off, didn't record anything yesterday at all. We're just kind of running around, but didn't really just have much to film yesterday. But want to give an update because I'm going to end up compressing Friday's content together with today's content. So kind of here in the middle, I want to give a recap of how Friday ended and what happened yesterday, and then we'll go into whatever's happening today. So Friday we did end up making the deal on the Bronco Sport. Got that all cleaned up, delivered to the customer. That ran pretty close to right about closing time because we had the customer run home. She needed to pick up her daughter from school. And she came back later in the evening with her daughter to take delivery of her Bronco Sport. So knocked that deal out there, got that delivered. We got all our paperwork and everything from them, and now it's good to go. So shout out, much appreciated, Jess for the business. That is one more unit on the board, and that put us at 9.5 for the month. Now yesterday, I had an appointment set mid-morning on a Super Duty. This is an X-Plan deal on a 25 Lariat Ultimate. He was tossed up between a couple that we had. He had some specific requirements that he needed. So he was looking for a Lariat Ultimate. Got plenty of those. Talk about it all the time. Had to be a Tremor package. Got plenty of those. And had to be a black appearance package, which actually narrowed it down to three trucks total that fit that criteria. Of those 3 trucks, 2 were Glacier Gray, 1 was Avalanche Gray. Now, one of the 2 Glacier Gray trucks ended up selling before he came in. So we had discussed him coming in on Friday initially. His schedule tightened up. He couldn't make it Friday. We had to move over to Saturday. So we moved it to Saturday, but we scheduled this appointment on like Monday or Tuesday. So between that time and yesterday, one of the 2 Glacier Gray trucks sold. He came in, we took a look at the Avalanche and the Glacier, both identical trucks, only difference being the color. Of course, as many of you know, Glacier Gray is the most expensive color that we sell. It is a $995 option for the paint. But that's what he went with. He liked the look of the Glacier Gray truck better than the Avalanche. We put together a deal. He's trading in a really nice, actually, 2020 F-150, 2020 F-150 XLT. It's a 5.0 V8. Now, it does have a lot of miles on it. It's got 93,000 miles. He does drive quite a bit, but a really clean truck, in great shape, runs good. I think it's going to end up being a good truck for somebody, and we'll retail a lot of it. So he'll take delivery on Monday. We do need to get a recall taken care of. There's a instrument cluster reprogramming recall on that particular Super Duty, and we'll get that knocked out on Monday morning. So when I get in today, I need to grab the truck because I have it sitting out front. I need to take it up and get it filled up with diesel, and then we're going to get it down and get it staged for service so they can do the recall on it first thing in the morning, and we can prep it for delivery tomorrow afternoon. and that is gonna put us at 10.5 for the month. Now, I do have one of those deals this month that's not going to count. Most likely it's gonna roll over because of a recall. So due to that open recall, we can't count the vehicle, which sucks, because there's some back ordered parts. It is a fixable recall, but there is back ordered parts. So dealing with that sets us back a little, so we got to chase a little harder. Really trying hard to get to 13 to 15 this month. I do have a out of country deal actually that I've been working, that hopefully I can get finalized tomorrow. We're just waiting on their articles of incorporation because we're going to be registering it under their business. So waiting on that to come in. They are from Japan, so we're getting the articles of incorporation translated from Japanese to English, and that's what we're waiting on. So hopefully I can make that go down. That would put it at 11.5. I do have one special order unit that is coming in next week that we're going to deliver to my man Adam. So that would put us at 12.5. And then I am working a Outer Island customer right now that is in Hilo on a F-150 that comes in next week as well. That could get us to 13.5, but like I said, one's not counting. So gotta find a deal tomorrow, today. Gotta try and find a few more deals throughout the week, and keep it going. Sorry, my phone mounted in the car. It seems like it's starting to get a little wore out, so my phone keeps sagging as we roll down the road. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we need to get done. I want to get to at least 13 this month, and get that much closer to finally hitting the goal. Like I always say, my goal every month is to get to 15, and I'm going to try my best to get there. I also have a customer that I test drove yesterday on our 2017 RAV4 that didn't have much time to stick around to do a deal or anything on it. She just wanted to test drive it before she had to run off to a cheer competition that she needed to be at yesterday. So need to circle back, touch base with her again today, and see what we can get going. But yeah, stick around. We'll have more content today. I have Paisley with me, so hopefully she's my good luck charm today, and we can get some car deals done. And hopefully she's not too unbelievably bored at the store all day. So let's see what we get into today. See you guys over at the store. What's up, guys? Back in the room for the night, getting ready to try and knock out this edit, or at least get started on it. Probably finish it up tomorrow, get it posted. But to end off the weekend, good Sunday at the store. Fortunately didn't end up in any deals, but did have a couple of opportunities and some stuff we're gonna keep working throughout this coming week to try and get stuff done. So a couple of highlights of the day. Paisley being there with me today definitely has its challenges, but overall was an excellent day. She was actually super helpful, helped me with getting some paperwork together, talking to her with the customers a little bit, as well as making friends with another customer's, not my customer, but another one of our sales guys' customers' daughter. It was maybe a year or two younger than her, maybe a year younger than her. And they had fun keeping each other entertained, so some work could get done. So shout out to her. She was really good today, super helpful, well behaved, unbelievable. Can't ask for anything more out of that little girl, and she had a lot of fun coming to work with daddy again, which doesn't happen often, but hey, sometimes it does. It just is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbled today. I wasn't gonna not show up to work for my scheduled day. There's only 3 of us to work on a Sunday. Didn't make sense for my wife to call in sick for work, and I didn't want to have my mom have to spend 2 days in a row watching her, so brought her to work with me. She had fun. She had to go on a little ride along in a Super Duty when we went to go gas it up, the one that we sold yesterday, and she had a heck of a day. So that was really awesome. Shout out to her. Don't think we'll have her back at the dealership soon, but hey, if it does happen, it happens, and that's what we're gonna roll with. Like I said, no deals for today, so count still stands at 10.5. We did make some progress today with having some good opportunities to work. Had a customer come in on our 2019 Subaru that you guys saw earlier in the week. They test drove it, were very interested in it. However, they have a trade-in that they didn't bring with them, so they're gonna bring that to us tomorrow morning, bright and early, so we can appraise it and try and put together a deal there. We do have some repair work that we need to do on that Subaru, like fixing the trunk lid. It has a carbon fiber trunk lid that doesn't close properly because one of its riv nuts pulled out. So I believe we need to get a factory replacement trunk lid for that, but we'll try and work a deal tomorrow, see what we can get done. Besides that, had another customer come in off of one of our Landward mailers. God, speak English. All tongue twisted up here. But off of one of our Landward mailers that was interested in possibly trading in their Nissan Frontier. We are working a deal because unfortunately they're just too upside down in that Frontier to possibly get them a second auto loan to have a new vehicle that'll accommodate their growing family. So need to go to work a little harder on that one tomorrow. We tried everything we could today, but Sunday's a tricky day because we don't have all the support of the banks out there and all the analysts available for us to try and knock down these deals and really work to get you guys the best rates that we do. Something that a lot of guys don't think happens but does is we don't just submit things and have the bank tell us what it is. Sometimes we're getting on the phone with these analysts, we're pleading you guys' case, we're trying to put something together for them to give you the best rate we possibly can, get you guys some exceptions to a higher tier rate, really point out the positives of these deals that we submit over to them other than what they just see in black and white on paper. So we're going to continue with that tomorrow, see if we can't get these customers approved on a pre-owned Explorer that we have in inventory. That would be perfect for a growing family with 3K key, third one on the way. That would be a great addition to their family. We just need to get a rate that's going to work so we can get it into a reasonable budget for them, because it's Hawaii and it's expensive out here, and I've got a budget just like you guys do, and I'll do my best to accommodate what I need for my family, but it has to fit within the budget. It's the same thing for these guys. It's easy to go out there and say, hey, just pay $700 a month, get you what you need, figure it out. Doesn't work for everybody, man. Sometimes the payment's got to be better than that, and that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. So that's a wrap for the weekend. Like I said, I'm going to compress my Friday content right in with today's content for Sunday. Didn't shoot anything yesterday for Saturday, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't think I really shot anything. I'll double check the files that I have, but that's a wrap. So 2 deals in 3 days, 10.5 total for the month right now. We need to get at least 4 more. So I have 1 in the pocket that I know is good to go, just waiting for the vehicle to arrive. Another one for that out of country customer that should be going down this week, kind of crossing fingers on that, but we still need like another 2-3 more on top of that to really get it done, because like I said previously, I have 1 deal that's probably not going to count for this month due to a recall. So shooting for either 14.5 total or 16.5 total, trying to get to those 13 or 15 unit tiers. But that's a wrap, guys. I'm gonna call it for tonight. We'll see you guys back there tomorrow, Monday, bright and early. Like always, I appreciate you guys that come out and watch these videos, follow along on the journey. I do need to get more consistent with it. I gotta get back on the train. I've been a little bit distracted from the social media side of things, still making car deals, but I need to blend the two and it needs to be better overall. So I need to get to the grindstone. I need to buckle down, be consistent, practice what I preach, and get after it. And we're going to keep going tomorrow. See you guys on Monday. Have a great night.